back to my YouTube channel. I'm Bianca. This is the official Bianca Media. So today we're doing something a little bit different here on my channel. You can tell by the title, we're kind of diving into some makeup today. I'm by no means a beauty guru. I am not a beauty expert. I'm not an MUA, okay? That's not in my job description. It's not in my title. I'm not out here beating faces for a living, but I definitely wanted to share my joy and excitement about this new collection that MAC released, which is the Aaliyah Collection. It came out last week across the US at your MAC stores, at your MAC counters, in Macy's, wherever you can find a MAC. They had this collection and I was definitely waiting for it. The videos and on Instagram and just looking at all the beauty gurus who got the PR packages and their swatches and everything. So I'm pretty sure you've seen it all. But I just wanted to share my opinion about the collection. Again, I think we all remember where we were when Aaliyah passed. You know, she had just finished filming and Rock the Boat video. It just was a time in our lives, especially if you're like, you know, 30s and late 20s, you remember where you were as a teenager finding out that news. So it was really, really tough, I think, on the whole entire music industry when that happened, because she was just such a rising star. Like she was like right there at mainstream. Like she was mainstream. She had reached that peak and you could just see her doing so many other things. She was getting into movies, Romeo Must Die and Queen of the Damned, and just so many things that she was ready to take on. And I think makeup probably would have been one of those areas that, you know, she would have been like Rihanna in having her own line and doing collabs and things like that. And so it was just a joy to see that MAC wanted to honor her in a way. And I understand that her brother was involved in this process. Also, one of her makeup artists, when she was during her career, was involved in the process. So it's good to know that this wasn't just somebody sitting in a boardroom like coming up with like what we think Aaliyah would have liked. Like, no, her family was involved in this. I think they could have involved some more celebrities in the push of the whole campaign. So that's my 2 cents. Again, those who are Aaliyah fans, you're gonna get it regardless, and you're gonna be there and, you know, be in stores, and you were there in line waiting for this collection. But overall, I think the marketing could have had a little bit more push and more celebrity involvement, because there was just so many stars who were influenced by her, and one who had personal interactions with her. So whether you brought in a Missy Elliott and had her do a collab or something like that, you know, I just think that there was room for other celebrities to be involved to help take this to the next level. So when I look at overall these items that are involved in the collection, and you think back to, I've watched some YouTubers and beauty YouTubers specifically, and they talk about the collection and how it compares to Selena. I don't think you can compare the two. They have what it seems to be the same amount of products. I think there were about 3 or 4 lipsticks with the Selena collection. There was a mascara, a liner, a blush bronzer, and I think there might have been liners involved, and then also like a brush, I think, or a mic or something that looked like a mic, but it was a brush. So let me show you what I got from the collection. So one of the things, you can tell I'm wearing it now, I had got the 1 in a Million lip glass. And so this is not, y'all, this used to tell I'm like all dark and vampy. This is not my typical look, but I was just like, let me branch out and do something different. So I got this 1 in a Million lip glass. And so it's very kind of like dark, purpley. I also got this lip pencil. This is Nevermore. And this is a dark lip pencil that I put on first, and then I put on the lip gloss. So I've seen YouTubers kind of complain about the lip gloss, that, oh, it's dark and it moves. And it's like, well, don't you put on a lip liner first anyways? I digress. But this is the combo that I'm wearing on my lips. So this was something, again, that I wouldn't normally wear, but I'm glad I got it. 1, because the Aaliyah collection, and 2, it's like dark and vampy and sexy and mysterious. So that's why I got it. And now as I hold up these two, the packaging I like. MAC for the most part sticks to their line of doing things, which is fine. And I think that this dark purple color is what Aaliyah would have liked. Like she, again, was like later in her career moving into like the dark, mysterious type feel. She wasn't this airy, bubbly. She had an airy, bubbly personality, but her music look, the feel of her music wasn't like an Ashanti, who was like bubbly and, you know, light and fun. Like Aaliyah had a very vampy, dark feel, very sultry, that's the word, yeah, sultry. So she had like a very sultry feel to her music. Another thing that I got that I'm currently wearing is the eyeshadow palette. Now, everybody and their mama was like, oh, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it, I don't like it. And y'all, I will say that I like it. Am I in love with it? No, I'm not in love with it, but I like it. And I see where they were going with this. I see her career in this. I see the neutral colors that they have. They got some neutral colors, the browns here and this darker brown here. And early in her career, like when she was 15, she was wearing a dark lipstick and like mascara. She wasn't wearing a lot of makeup. And you have to think, like, Aaliyah started her career when she was a teenager. She was like 15, 14 years old. She wasn't wearing bold eye looks. She was very simple. It was a dark lip and then, you know, a neutral eye. So I think that's where they got these colors from. Now, the other metallic colors, the dark purples, I get the later on in her career, you know, More Than a Woman, 1 in a Million, you know, Romeo Must Die, like that era of her career came out of these other colors. With that being said, we know with her last couple videos, she was starting to explore more with makeup. And I think that that's where the disappointment comes from, is that, okay, well, with some of her later videos, oh, they could have done this, they could have done that. So with that being said, I think that they could have possibly have done like 3 quads and had something like neutral, and then the purple and metallics, and then something with like the brighter colors like a blue and the orange or something like that. However, when they also did, keep in mind with Selena's collection, I think her collection only had like 3 or 4 individual shadows. So for them to come out with this, I feel like it's comparable to the Selena collection. Like they weren't trying to do this person's expansive career, but they were trying to give you the essence of who this person was, and the essence of Aaliyah was pretty neutral, pretty mysterious. You got the darker colors in there. So overall, I think that they nailed it. I don't know where people's expectations have come from with the collection, but when you compare it to MAC's other collection, especially with Selena, because she's just an iconic figure, as much as we, you know, as much as the Latin community and people all over love Selena, I mean, you know, young teens of the early 2000s, you would love an Aaliyah. So I think that overall, this is comparable to what they did with Selena. Could there have been room for growth? Yes. I got, the first one is Try Again. Same, you know, bullet lipstick packaging, same color, the kind of maroon purplish color, her signature at the top, and then her name written at the bottom. Try Again, I love it. Why do I love it? I love it because it is a brown that I don't have. It's a very just like neutral brown. Here's my room for growth. The collection needed a brown lip liner with this. If you're my skin complexion and darker, you're not just about to like pop this on and, you know, be about your business. No ma'am, no sir. You need a liner. Or maybe you ombre it out. Maybe you put on a darker brown lipstick and then you pop this in the center. And I loved it. What would have been great? Repackaged Chestnut. And MAC, there you go, get your coins. MAC, what were you thinking? You missed out on a marketing scheme right there. And if you repackaged Chestnut, you would have been flying off the shelves with this. So I think that this collection needed a brown liner with this lipstick. So the next item that I got was the Street Thing lipstick, another dark shade. This is kind of a frosty black color. And if you watch the videos with her makeup artist, I mean, he tells the story about how, you know, he put like this dark black lipstick on her and she loved it. And the late 90s, mid 90s, late 90s, they were wearing frosty colors. So again, this is not a shade that I'm just gonna be like putting on and just like walking down the street every single day. This is not an everyday shade, but I'm glad I got it because it's different. It pushes me out of my comfort zone. I didn't get the red shade and the, I think it was like the dark burgundy shade, just because I have so many of those. I was just like, I have lots of reds, I have lots of dark wine colors. So that's why I didn't get those other shades. But I think that they were right spot on. Like when you think like Hot Like Fire, when she was, you know, with Mitzi and Timbaland and doing music with them, that was her look in that video. I think they nailed it. I think the burgundy shade is called More Than a Woman. They nailed it. I think those two shades were great to the collection and spoke to who she was as an artist. Room for Growth, another item you see that I did not get, was that bronzer. Have to say what? Who was that bronzer for? Kylie? That bronzer was for Kylie and them, okay? That bronzer was for the Kardashian clan, not for her true fans, okay? That was not for us. And I for damn sure know Aaliyah wasn't wearing that light behind bronzer. Come on now. And when I swatched it, I said, okay, I saw lots of reviews about it. I was like, well, no, let me give it a chance. So when I went in the store, I was like, okay, let me swatch it. And you know, the music's playing. I'm like crying and shedding a tear. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm like, feel like Aaliyah's here with me. I'm like, oh my God, I love this. And I swatched that bronzer. I was just all out of my element. I was like, what is this? You played yourself, Maggie. You played yourself. Because that could have been just off the shelves for you right now. And it's not, because you could have maybe just had a two palette one, like maybe that shade and something darker, because I know it's no way, listen to me, it's no way Aaliyah was wearing that bronzer, okay? It's no way. It's no way. I don't believe it. I don't believe they tested that out on her brother Rashad and they said, oh, this is gonna be good. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I don't believe it. You should have called me. You really should have. You should have called me and said, hey Bianca, let's come in, let's test this shade out, because that just dissipated. It just was like dust, and there was like a slight shimmer to it, but it wasn't a highlighter. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? And also, I was one of the first 100 customers at my MAC counter, so I definitely got Aaliyah, sister. I definitely got my poster. So Aaliyah, I don't know where we gonna put you, girl, but you, how's Dame doing? Girl, if I told you, you wouldn't even believe me. You know what? He just cursed out Lee Daniels. Yes, girl, for $2 million. What? Jay-Z? Now you know, I need the tea on that. Were you with Jay before Dame? Girl, you know you can tell me. I feel like she's here with us, don't you? Aaliyah, we love you. I mean, just everybody wanted to be Aaliyah. Like, I think she was just so relatable. And of course, even when she first started out, with Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, with R. Kelly, and she had the shades on, the dark lipstick, you're like, who is this girl? Who is she? You know? And just was just so also age appropriate. I think also, like, you know, at that age she had baggy pants, she wore kind of a crop top every once in a while, but that's who I think when you're, especially when I was a teen, like it was like this tomboy type feel. Like you would wear like, you know, your baggy pants, but you had like a baby tee on. Remember baby tees? Them damn baby tees, okay? It would turn into a midriff just because, like, especially if you were top heavy. Like, what do you pull that tee down? But anyway, and then low-rided jeans. Oh, I'm glad those days are gone, okay? Because I stayed with a gap in the back. I can never find jeans that fit. Thank you, Fashion Nova. Thank you, Fashion Nova. Anyways, y'all, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed my non-beauty guru review of the Aaliyah collection. Again, shout out to MAC. I'm so glad that you all recognized her and you did this collection with her family and with people who were involved in her life. It just says a lot, and just it says, you know, a lot about the equity and the integrity that you all have as a company, to not just go off on your own and try to do this, but actually involve people who knew her in this collection. So I think that says a lot. And you know, just shout out to Aaliyah, shout out to baby girl. You know, we know you're probably in heaven and just looking down on this, and I hope you're honored. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know. Of course, give people flowers when they're here, for sure, But you never know what's gonna happen when you pass on. You know, when you're not here on this earth, how will people remember you? And she definitely made an impression on a generation. So I just can't wait to see what other brands are gonna continue to honor her and show homage and pay homage to her and her life and her legacy, because she definitely is a figure that, you know, if you're a millennial, you were influenced by her. Like, just bow down and give Aaliyah her props, because she was genuinely her, and she just came out at a time when she was just so needed, and she really influenced a whole generation of people. So before I go on any further and start crying, I'm so dramatic, y'all. And let me take off these lashes. But anyways, you know, these lashes are for you, Aaliyah. These lashes are for you, okay? I'm sweating because I turned off my AC because it was making too much noise. But anyway, so make sure you tune back in, subscribe, like, let me know down below what else you want to see here on this channel, and I'll create it. But other than that, I'm just gonna continue to create the content that I like and enjoy. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.